can't really talk. He can't really walk. It's like, he belongs in a retirement home. So they put him on The View. And, he's got his wife there, Jill, ready, willing, and able to save him all along the way. I guess Jill was really running the government. We wondered about that for a while, right? That may have been the situation here again on the show that they need to cancel on ABC in order to save themselves before they completely go out of business. Watch Jill stepping in for the win.
Yeah. Mr. President, since you left office, there have been a number of books that have come out, deeply sourced from Democratic sources, that claim in your final year there was a dramatic decline in your cognitive abilities. In the final year of your presidency, what is your response to these allegations, or are these sources wrong?
They are wrong. There's nothing to sustain that. Number one. Number two, think of what we were left with. We were left with a circumstance where we had an insurrection when I started. Not since the Civil War. We had a circumstance where we were in a position that the pandemic, because of the incompetence of the last outfit, end up over 1 million people dying. 1 million people dying. And we're also in a situation where we found ourselves unable to deal with a lot of just basic issues, and which I won't go into in the interest of time. And so we went to work, and we got it done. And one of the things that and
Alyssa, one of the things I think is that the people who wrote those books were not in the White House with us, and they didn't see how hard Joe worked every single day. I mean, he'd get up, he'd put in a full day, and then at night I'd be in bed, reading my book, and he was still on the phone reading his briefings, working with staff. I mean, it was nonstop. It's the White House. Being president is not like a job. It's a lifestyle. It's a life that you live. You live it 24 hours a day. That phone can ring at 11 o'clock at night or 2 in the morning. It's constant. You never leave it. And Joe worked really hard. I think he was a great president. And if you look at things today, give me Joe Biden anytime.
that's worth the invitation to come to the show.
It was kind of a disaster. I mean, I can't imagine if we had 4 years of that. Can you imagine 4 years, 4 more years? I mean, I don't think he would have made it. We would have wanted to put Kamala. Maybe that was the goal, right? Kamala as the president of the United States. He did talk about her and the reasons why she lost. Let's listen in.
But then election night came, and it was like 2016 all over again. Yeah. So why do you think the vice president lost, and were you surprised?
I wasn't surprised, not because I didn't think the vice president was the most qualified person to be president. She is. She's qualified to be president of the United States of America. Right. But I was surprised. I wasn't surprised because they went the route of the sexist route, the whole route. I mean, this is a woman. She's this. She's that. I mean, it really. I've never seen quite as successful and a consistent campaign undercutting the notion that a woman couldn't lead the country, and a woman of mixed race. Yeah. And they played that to a fairly well. In addition to that, one of the things happened, if you notice, and I'm going to be shorter, okay? I promise. Okay. She said, "Don't be Joe Biden. Be short."
I said that to him.
Anyway, make a long story short. All kidding aside, think about it. Liberal democracies all across America, all across the world lost that time. Yeah. All across America. I think we underestimate the phenomenal negative impact that COVID had and the pandemic had on people, on attitudes, on optimism, on a whole range of things. So I was very disappointed, but I wasn't surprised. The only thing that surprised me is the excess to which they've gone in some of the attacks they've made.
Yeah. Well, when was the last time you spoke with the vice president, and has she talked to you about what she wants to do next? Sought any advice? Maybe governor?
Yesterday, I talk to her frequently. We stay in touch, number one. Number two, she's sought my opinion. I'm not going to tell you what it is. She's making
What to wear to the Met Gala.
That's exactly right. No, but all kidding aside, she's got a difficult decision to make about what she's going to do. Yeah. I hope she stays fully engaged. I think she's first rate. But we have a lot of really good candidates as well. So I'm optimistic. I'm not pessimistic about it.
Oh, please. You hate her. You hate her. And Jill hates her even more. I mean, for goodness sakes, Jill dressed up in a giant red pantsuit when it came time to vote. You didn't want Kamala Harris to win. You thought that you could have won. And you know what, Joe? I'm going to give it to you. You might have been able to have at least a better showing than Kamala Harris, because Kamala Harris is everything that this country doesn't want because she's stupid. She was the one who went on that same show and they asked her, hey, would you change anything if you could change something? And she's like, no. The borders are, no. Massive inflation, no. She had nothing, okay? She could not come up with a single thing that she would change. I mean, she was never, ever going to be able to win. What should have happened, I'm sorry, is that they should have exited Biden, stage left, right? Stage left that he is, a long time ago. And they should have had a fair, open primary and actually found somebody that could come in and inject new blood and new energy, but it was never going to be Kamala Harris. You know what? And it's never going to be Kamala Harris. She's game over. They can sit there all they want going on about AOC, too, on Morning Joe. I'll take her any day because you know what? We win when they put up the AOCs of the world and the Kamala Harrises of the world. We win that all day long. But I digress. There's an FCC warning going on at Disney. And you know what? That show is going to be, in my expectation, one of the casualties. They cannot afford to have a show like that with the FCC breathing down their back. No. And they can't have all these, DEI mandates where you have this many people on the graphics design department and this many people in the lighting department. Oh, we need to have a black Little Mermaid because we need a black Little Mermaid. I mean, forget about it. And I say this, by the way, as somebody who comes from the arts, who studied opera. And in opera, it never mattered. It was like, as long as you could sing, that's kind of, hey, look, they suspend disbelief like all the time. When you have a 300-pound woman dying of consumption on stage, clearly it's about the voice, right? So look, you have all kinds of minorities playing white women in the 1800s. Nobody bats an eyelash. Like, that's not a big deal because you know what? It's the music that matters. And that's meritocracy for you. Okay, that's meritocracy. Weight things aside, that is a full-on meritocracy. Why can't we do that in the rest of the world? Why do we have to say, okay, well, we want this many blacks and this many Asians and this many trans and this many gays and this many No, I'm sorry. You want black violinists in the New York Philharmonic? Go out and teach the violin and get the community up in Harlem really interested in the violin when their kids are little. You don't correct for things after the fact because then the whole orchestra suffers. The movie, in the case of Disney, suffers, the show suffers, society suffers, and thus our economy suffers.